What's your name and what do you drive?
My name is Michael Calderon. I drive a 2002 Honda S2000.
How long ago did you purchase it? How did you find it?
Went to school in Arizona. I graduated at UTI. I bought the car after I graduated in 2006.
When you first bought it, I kind of remember it was a different color.
It was a stock Suzuka blue, so I got tired of the color, so I changed it up.
What was one of the first builds?
I boosted the stock motor and spun a rod bearing. And then I upgraded to a sleeve block. Upgraded more in the internals.
Yeah.
So sleeve block, stock pistons, ARP head studs. Pretty much it for the block wise.
Now on this version of this build, number 2, I believe.
Number 3, actually. Yeah, I blew the motor twice. Rebuilt it one time. One of my oil rings was, I don't know why, we didn't put it in, so I had to rebuild it again. So now it's built, it's ready to go. Not sure what it's pushing, but we'll see next year.
Tell me about your wheel setup.
So I have a Workmeister's SP1 3-piece wheel. The front is 18 by 8.5, the rear is 18 by 11. I have it stretched in the rear. I could fit a 285 to 315, and the front is just a 225/40.
You got a wide body on there. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I have a J's front half splitter, ARP front splitter, half lip, J's racing hood, J's fenders. And then I molded the rear is CG flares, but I molded it to the body because I didn't like rivets. Front fenders don't have rivets, so I molded it to the body.
How long did it take you from start to finish, just the bodywork alone?
2 years. About 2 years, on and off.
It wasn't at a shop. This is in your own garage, if I'm not mistaken.
Everything was in my garage.
I noticed you actually painted the engine bay too.
So I shaved the bay, I plated it. Took forever. That took a year to do. I wire tucked everything. I tucked everything in the fenders, put the battery in the trunk. The engine-wise, it's an inlinePRO, bottom end, 10-to-1 compression, full-blown stage 1, turbo manifold with a S300 Bog Warner, 15 PSI, street tuned. Not sure how much horses it's pushing, but seems pretty fast.
What kind of fuel you running right now?
90 octane.
90 octane. That's insane. Who did your tune?
Shout out to William Alejandro Tune. He's the only one that touched it besides Kuya Vic, the OG in the scene.
You have it tuned for 90, which is a wild choice. Tell me about some of the troubles you might have in that.
I'm not rich, so I can't keep buying race fuel. So I have a consecutive tune, so we're going to try that next year. And
tell me a little bit more about the drivetrain.
So I have a BMW ZF 5-speed transmission. I have a Ford 8.8 with 373 gearing in the rear. So you can tell by the shift knob right here, it's literally reverse, second, third, fourth, and fifth gear lead. So blew up the tranny, lost second gear 2 years ago, blew the diff 3 times, so it was time to upgrade.
Are we talking like upgraded belt housings and adapter plates? How did you get that all to fit in here?
Shout out to inlinePRO. I got a 46 E36 transmission conversion. So adapter plate, twin disc, fork, and everything else is BMW. The rear end, I got an inlinePRO billet diff kit, DSS axles, custom drive shaft. And then once I put the diff in, after I blew the second diff, and the diff went in, and then the tranny went in last winter. So now I'm still trying to get used to it.
Well, we have a lot of younger followers on our pages. They look at your car, you know, you're very heavily talked about. They love your car. You won multiple awards. A lot of these kids, they look up to you and they look up to your car. Can you give any kind of advice to this next generation that they're starting to get into this?
Well, for me, if you like it, do it. I do what I want to do. I don't care what anybody says.
Absolutely.
And you can see, I've done what I want to the car. No one says anything.
Yep.
I don't follow people, so I just do my own thing.
Tell me about what you got planned for this car in the future.
Maybe the rear end, I'm going to switch up. I'll take out the 8.8 I have in the rear end. I'm going to put an E and True Track locker. I'm going to change the rear bumper, change the rear flares, change the wheels, change the side skirts.
Yeah.
Switch it up just a little bit. That swan neck will set it off real nice.
All right, man. It's been a pleasure. We wish you the best of luck, sir.